Hello everybody and welcome back to Candy Shop Simulator. This could be our final episode of this. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of looking like it will be, but it depends how long it goes on for, I suppose, as to whether we make another one afterwards. But we've more or less reached the end point of the game. So I'm just doing some decoration. We've got $5,839 left to spend. I'm basically sinking all of this into some decoration and then refilling some stuff inside. So the rest of today will be filling up, making sure we've got full stock of everything in here. And then I want to make some more cakes, get full stock of everything over there. We're going to have another case as well with some more things in it. Get all of that done over there. And then see what a full store, full of everything, what we can do in sort of a half an hour period. Outside here, I've just been experimenting with colours. I was actually going to put this in the video, but I've just spent like half an hour or so deciding on colours. And what I've gone for, as you can see, is a nice darker wall, which I think works quite well, with a blue awning out the front. So I've extended the awning, we'll put it as blue. I put some tables down here as well, so I put some flooring down. And we've got some tables down here now as well. In fact, it's easier if I show you in first person. We've got some tables down here now with some plants. So we've got a nice little outdoor seating area out the front as well. There's a bench over here that I'm going to extend the flooring to, so you've got a seating area just over there as well. We're going to go, I think, with that colour scheme all the way around. So I've only done the front so far. That's what I've just decided on what I'm doing. So I need to go around the rest of the building and colour it in. Luckily, it's the same brickwork. So I have experimented with this one here, which is that brickwork there. I experimented with that, but I just found that especially with the black or the darker colour, you get these nice bits of texture that are a slight lighter color that you just don't get with this. So I'm going to go with the traditional brick, but with this color all the way around it, if the game will let me. There we go. Yeah, with this color all the way around. I'm going to extend this foundation as well. So we're going to extend this all the way out to probably here. As long as I've got enough money to do so. I'll have some more seating area out the back then as well. I've also coloured the roof. This I've coloured white. It was only an off-white anyway. But I think it looks better against the darker building if it's that colour. Right, so that's that bit done. Let's do a foundation. I'm tempted to colour the railing in as well. I don't know what colour I'd do the railing. I suppose you'd do the railing white, wouldn't you? It's a bit of a risk, though, to do it, because once I've done it, I'd have to rebuy it. But so I'm getting rid of this bit of the railing anyway. We might as well trial it. So I think we'd click on furniture for this. How does that look? Yeah, I think we'll go with a white railing. I think that might make it pop. Or do you think it's too much? Do you think when I come around here, I think, oh, actually, maybe the white would be too much. Now I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure. Is the white too much? It matches the trim, because we could also go the same around the doors, I guess. And the windows, so they'll quite like those just as they are, to be honest. You know what? I'm going to leave it as it is, I think. I'm going to leave it as it is. Let's, because I'm getting rid of this anyway, so that didn't matter particularly. So we are bulldozing this little bit of wall. There we go. Right, let's put some more foundations down. So these are only $40 a go. And then obviously we've got the floor to put over the top as well. That's not that bad. At least I think we put a floor. Do we not put a floor over the top, or does it come with a floor? Oh, it looks like it comes with a floor. That's quite good then. Those foundations, they're only 40 a go. That's pretty good. That's quite good. I expected me to have to put flooring down on there as well. If that's the case, carry on with this. And then we can put ourselves a railing round. Nice. I quite like that. I'm just keeping the stock floor because, to be honest with you, I think it kind of goes. So I'm keeping the stock floor. I'm not even going to bother looking at some of the color schemes for that. Now I could have some. Now I could have steps. I could have some steps here. What would be good if I had some stairs that came down here like this. We'll see how we go with the tables, because then you could also exit this way. We could have like a little path that leads out. Unfortunately, actually, maybe not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I would do that. Like if I could put a path down here, because I could put a pathway down here. If I was playing The Sims, this is what I'd do. I put a path down here, and then I put some bushes and trees and stuff either side. Maybe some lights. So that's like your exit. Looks quite nice, but the pathway needs to go all the way to the edge. I don't like it when it just goes into nothing so much. We may do it. Let's see how much the tables and chairs. It's something I might do later. Let's try and get these tables and chairs in. Right. Come down here with them first. That one sticks out a little bit. We'll have to straighten that. I can't get another thing in there, but you see, I could go like this at the end instead of having the stairs anyway. Move that one in like that. They've got that side by side. Ah, I thought they had that. So we could go side by side then. I didn't realize they had that side by side. I thought that was going to be offset slightly. Actually, if it's side by side, that gets us all of those ones in. So now it's what do we do at the end? We can't squeeze one in any other way apart from like that. So we could either do that, or we could have a stairs out. Not bad, is it? I mean, you'd sit here. You're on the end table. You've got a nice view. Look out. Or we could have stairs going down on a pathway. I think I'll keep the table, I think. You could do either, really, couldn't you? Let's put in a... What am I thinking here? Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Color it in. Make sure I don't click on the wrong thing here. It'd be very easy to colour that railing in. Right, and then the blue for the tabletops. And then I've gone with like a brown colour for the chairs, which is no longer on my colour scheme. No, because I've been trying so many different colours out. I've lost my brown that I was using. This game is so annoying. That is so annoying. I've now lost the colour that I used, and I have no way of getting that back. I can try, obviously. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not the same, because it's... Yeah, it's different, but it's not bad. We'll go with that. It's so annoying having to do that. I had to do the same between the videos as well, because I'd missed the bit inside, so I'd not coloured this bit for some reason. I'd left this white, even though this should have been this colour. I tried colour matching it so close, but it wasn't quite right, so it's actually a slightly different shade than it was in the previous video. I just could not get it to the same shade, even though, because I even watched back my recording, and I got the bars in what looked to be the exact same spot. Compared to my recording, I was doing sort of a side-by-side thing, exactly the same spot, and it was still a shade off, and I just could not get it. But why you can't save your colours is ridiculous. Alright, so that's all of that done, and we've done around here as well. That's all good. I'm not going to bother with an awning out here. I did think about putting an awning in outside here, because I thought, oh, yeah, an awning over there would look quite good. But the awning overhangs right on these edge tables. And it just doesn't look quite right. It kind of looks like... Well, I'll show you. Hang on. It just doesn't Like if that awning, it just comes right out to that table. And I'm thinking, if I was sat on that table, it'd be nice if it came all the way out to the edge, that would be fine. Like it covered everything. But because it only covers to there, it's just, and you can't get two in. Like I can't put another one behind it or anything like that. So it has to be that way. So because it just comes to there, I'm thinking, well, if you were sat on that table, all of that rainwater is going to go straight all over that table, all over your food and drink. So I'm just going to leave it. I just wish it would come out. If it came out all the way, perfect. But because it doesn't, I'm just going to leave that. So it's going to be open out the back, close off at the front, because that works quite well. And so I think I'm done outside, decoration-wise. There's a few more things that I can try and put in here. We can put a tree in. How much is this tree? $1,000. We're not putting a tree in. But we could put a tree in. If you can imagine it. I don't think I would leave enough money for me to do the rest of the episode. But you could put a tree in there, which would look quite nice. And then a few other things. And like I say, you could have a walkway through here as well. I don't think they'd ever use it, though. You could do that as well. But I quite like the idea of a tree there. But we'll save that because I can't afford it. So the last thing then would be to put in a bit of flooring down here. Just to get to the bench. Like that. There we go. Our bench is there. We've got any plants I could put just here? It's a shame there's no like soil colour or something like that. You could do like a little garden. There are like little potted plants. They have to be tabletops. They don't have to be tabletops. They look a bit... They're a bit unusual for... They're a bit unusual for outside a shop, or outside in general, aren't they? But we'll have those. They're a bit unusual, but we'll keep them. Right, so I think I'm finished with the outside decoration. So I think we're all inside now. I think there are a couple of things that you can hang, but they don't look very good. Where are they? There's these things here that I can hang. These hanging decorations. Although, no, they have to be inside. Oh, no, I thought they were like wall hanging things, but they're not. Yeah, so I think we're done outside. I don't really think there's anything else I can add. I can add those balloons, but I'm not going to. So that is the outside done then. So this is the new store, really. That's how it now looks. Very nice. Bit posher inside as well. And we've got plenty more seating outside. Very windy day. I'm glad I didn't put that awning up out here. Blow away. Very nice. Yeah, the other option would, like I say, you put some stairs down there and a little pathway out. Quite nice. I think I need to move this window now. That window is too low. I quite like it, though. I like a sunken window like that. But it doesn't... it's not the same height as all the others. So, let's sort that. There we go. Perfect. Little window out there as well. Kind of annoying now. That end table's kind of... It's a bit more private than the other tables. So you've got the end table because you could always sit like this kind of angle, couldn't you? You're a bit more private, but also then you've got anybody that's queuing for ice cream watching you do your thing. It's still quite nice out there. Right, so I've got $3,500 left, which is quite a bit actually. So I'm going to try and get some stock. Now, one of the things... actually, while I think about it, so we are going to have to do some orders here. Because the unlock chocolate boxes is $3,000, so we shall purchase that now, which obviously will leave us with only 430 left. So I'm definitely going to have to do an online order or two to get some money. I'm not going to bother with the ice cream delivery or the market delivery. It's just unnecessary. So I'm not going to bother with those. And I'm not going to bother with the extra storage space either, because again, I don't have a need for it. So it's kind of just a waste of money. So I'm not going to bother with those. We've got everything else. Let's have a look at the chocolates that we've just unlocked. I think that's those. Oh, there's only 2 of those. There's only 2 chocolates. Wow. I expected more. I expected this to be quite a busy section, you know, 7 or 8 different types of various chocolates. Only 2. Wow. So I didn't probably need all that shelving that I put in then, did I? I've got quite a few empty spots on shelves that I'm going to struggle to fill here. We are going to have to reorganize this, though. Since the last update, you see like we've got quite a few X's. We had products here. But unfortunately, when it seems to disappear now, so when it used to disappear, it would just still say soda drink, for example. It would still be on there. It wouldn't disappear unless you actively put something else on there or cleared it. It would stay on there, which was handy, because then if nothing was on the shelf, I could come along here and I click restock, boom. Now I can't do that. If it's gone, it's gone. And yeah, so I need to remember what I had where and replace everything, basically. So we're going to be doing that, but not for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the online orders. I'm going to try and earn a cheeky 1,000 or so, because also I want to put some more stuff in here. So I need more than 1,000, actually. Probably closer to 2,000. As in here... let's see. In here... We've got the table, so I want to get some more lollipops. I need another table. That's 300 gone. Then you've got to get the stuff to go on it as well. Which is... I think in here. So then we'd need the... Those are 100. So, yeah, we're going to have quite a bit of expenditure, aren't we? This display here. That's 300 gone. I'm going to make some cookies for there, though. So I'll tell you the plan for what we're going to do in here. So I'm going to bake some cakes. So we're going to do 6 cakes. I'm going to do 6 cookies. Get them filled. I'm going to get another torte. So we're going to have 2 of those on the go. I'm going to make a bit of effort on them. Obviously, it's not going to be amazing. It's me. But I'm going to try and put a bit of effort onto them and make them look really good. See if we can make 1,000 on those or close to 1,000 on those. And then another lollipop table is my plan. I'm not sure where that's going to go. Whether that's going to go in the corner here and move the lamp over here, or put the lollipops over here. I'm not entirely sure. Might put the lollipops over here, actually. Maybe get both tables there. Right, we have an order. Let's have a look at our order. 850... Oh, no. I'm not doing this. Layers, cream filling. I'm not doing that one. So was it... I think it was my last video, wasn't it? Where I was doing some online orders, and one had cream filling, and it didn't seem to work. I still don't know why I've not edited the video. It could have been me being stupid. And if it was, then we're going to lose out here. But 1 layer of cream filling... That's... I don't know if that's a real order or not. You know what I mean? Like, that can't be. 1 layer of... So you just want cream with 2 types of icing on top and 3 groom dolls placed on it. Like, how many cake layers? Do you want a layer of sponge? Do you not want a layer of sponge? I don't know. It always says that if it wants... You know, if it wants sponge, it'll tell you it wants sponge. But when I tried delivering a cake like that with cream and jelly, it didn't work, did it? So I'm going to remove that, which is annoying because that's a really good offer. I mean, we could have tried it and I could have just rebooted the save or something, but... Anyway, in here, let's start making some cakes. Now, like TV, I have some that I made earlier. Look at this. Prepared. So here's a few I made earlier. So these are our tortes. Unfortunately, I made a size 3. I was supposed to be making... Oh, no, I do have. What's going on here? Huh, that's weird. I have 2 size 3s. But I have 1 size 2. I tell you what, there's some weird things going on here. So what I did... I made 2 size 7s, 2 size 5s, and I made 1 size 3 and 1 size 2, because I messed up. And I saved the game, and I've come back to it later on, and it's now given me 2 size 3s, which is what I wanted, and I've still got the one that I messed up on. And I'll tell you what else is weird about that. So, off camera, I was earning some money. We sold out of lollipops. I came back into the save, and my lollipops had returned. So I don't even need to make any more lollipops. Weird. There's some weird things going on. It must be the last update, and it's doing weird stuff. But that's... Well, I mean, that works out fine. We're going to end up with a cake I can't use unless somebody orders one size 2 cake. I'm going to end up with one that I've not going to use. But, oh, well, I'll maybe use it at some point. Who knows? We'll do that special cakes. We'll do those after. Let's do the normal ones. I have 6 of these. Should have enough room in my inventory, so I've got nothing else. So we'll take those and the cream fillings. I don't know what I'm going to ice these with. I haven't made that decision yet. We do have a few little bits of icing left over. I thought we'd maybe try some of the icings we've not done before. So let's go cake, cream filling, and cake. And then we'll ice it with something we've not done before. So, icings. So we've done berry fusion, black currant, blue grape, blueberry. We do grape. We've not done a grape icing, so let's do a grape icing. I need 2 grapes, 1 sugar, and 1 milk. Should have enough ingredients to get us through what we're doing today. All right, let's colour this. I'll go over the whole thing, and then I think I'll chuck a bit of fruit on the top. I bought some decorations and stuff as well, but they're going to be for the torte cakes, really, not for these. I have purchased the bride and groom as well, so we'll have a go at a wedding cake. It won't look anything like a wedding cake, but we'll have a go. Right, I think that's pretty much covered. There we go. All right, that's covered. So we'll have that. What would go well on there then? Fruit-wise, what would go well? I mean, obviously we could have actual grapes, couldn't we? Maybe some grapes and maybe some blueberries, because I've got quite a few of those. They might get a bit lost in it, to be honest, because of the colour, but we'll go with that and we'll go with a few grapes. We'll save some grapes in case I need to make any more icing at some point. So we'll just chuck a few blueberries on. You know what? I'm just going to go random with this one. There we go. Probably should have had equal amounts, but never mind. Right, it's a finished cake. What do we think? I'm going to guess. So there's some cake prices that we had before. I'm thinking 30, I think it's going to be 31, 32 range. 50.79? Wow, we did well there. 50.79. Must be the grapes or something. All right, let's make another one. Now, I could do the same thing again, really. Since that's making 50 a go. That's pretty high. I think my highest, since they've changed it all, was 60-something. I want to say 64. So we could go the same thing again. That's got us 2 cakes made, rather than make... lots of individual ones. Alright, we're out of icing there. So now this will be a good test actually, because that's not it's iced, it's mostly fully iced, but it's not, we haven't quite gone around all the edges, have we, like before? If I do the same thing, let's see if this is the same price. It should be, because it's the same ingredients, but I want to see if that makes a difference if it's not fully iced. So I did, what did I do? 6 blueberries, and I did 4 grapes, didn't I? Let's see. Let's do an experiment on this one. So let's do, we'll just randomly throw them on again. Right, so it should be, in theory, this should be the same price. Yeah, it is. Okay. So you don't have to really go all the way to the edge then. You can save a few of your ingredients. I'd love to know what the threshold is for how much you put on. If there is such a thing. Right, that's 2 cakes made now. I haven't made enough cakes, actually, have I? I've only made enough for 3, I think. Yeah, I've only got... that was an oversight on my side there. I've only put enough cakes for 3. So I'll have to make 3 others later on. We'll make a different icing for this one, though. Right, so we've done the grape, black currant. Where are we now, then? Kiwi. We haven't made a kiwi icing yet. We've made kiwi sunrise, but we haven't made kiwi. So let's do that. We need 2 kiwis. Right, I think we'll decorate it with kiwis as well. So we'll have 8 kiwis. Need a sugar and a milk. Okay, that'll do. And then we'll just dot some kiwis around. Something like that will do. Right, let's put this on. What do we think for this one, then? So we've got 50, 50.79 to beat, 50.57. So these are all at a reasonable standard, aren't they? They're not the top echelon. That's 60-something. They're not the terrible ones, like 27, 22 down there. So, yeah, they're mid-range, I would say. Maybe slightly higher than mid. Right, so we've got 3 of them. I need to do some more. So I'll have to bake those. I want to bake some cookies, though, first. Get some cookies on. Actually, let me just check my online orders in case anything's popped in. I'm sure it has. Here we go. We've got some online orders. Now, that one there is already taken my fancy. I'm going to leave this one because that's a very similar sounding thing to the went wrong before. And I don't want to... I've got 1 groom doll. I haven't got those anyway, so we'll remove that. But this one takes my fancy. I think I have all of those things, and it's pretty quick for $800, basically. So we shall accept that. Pin it to the screen. Right, let's go and do an order then. So, chilled kiwi jelly is pretty simple. That's just going to be 1 sugar, 1 gelatin, and some kiwi. That can be refrigerating. And while that refrigerates, we need to make some royal icing pink, grape icing, which I've used up, and tangerine icing. So it's got 3 types of icing. Wow. Okay, well, we'll have to make these. And so we need royal icing pink. So annoyingly, these are going to be a little bit ingredient heavy, aren't they? Right, so this is 2 eggs. 1 sugar. Still think I'll be fine. And 1 food coloring pink. We may have to go shopping later. We'll see. Right, we'll have that. I also want a grape icing. Might need to buy some more grapes. Maybe when we make the delivery. I could swing by the supermarket. Tangerine icing. Where's the tangerine there? No, that's tangerine jelly. Where's the icing? Should have just looked at these really and just gathered the ingredients the one time. Right, tangerine, sugar, and 1 milk. Right, so that's all of the icings done. I also need 3 pieces of white chocolate, 3 blueberries, and 3 oranges. So 3 blueberries, 3 oranges, and 3 pieces of white chocolate. Grab our jelly. Place it down. Right. So I don't think there's any particular order necessarily for these. I think I just throw them on. So royal icing pink. I would assume he doesn't want them. Well, who knows? I assume he doesn't want them like layered over the top of each other. So we'll do like just a split cake kind of thing. Probably gone a bit too far with that one, but we'll do that. Then we'll put our grape maybe in the center. And on the far side, we'll do our tangerine. Oh, it's a bright color scheme he's gone for. Maybe a bit more grape. There we go. Semi-even. Slightly. It's not really, but it's close enough. Right. Then we need white chocolate pieces. We could do... The orange can go there on the opposite side. We'll do the white chocolate through the center. Orange pieces can go on this side. And then the blueberries can go this side. Right, I hope he's happy with it. If he's not, then we'll just have to put it in the cake thing. So we've got chilled kiwi jelly, check. Royal icing pink, check. Grape icing, check. Tangerine icing, check. White chocolate, check. Blueberries, check. Oranges, check. As far as I'm concerned, that's finished. Let's go and see where it needs to be delivered. Right, he is over here somewhere. Here he is, on the left-hand side. Here you go, sir.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Thanks, my mouth is already watering. You're welcome. Right, that's given us a little boost of income, isn't it? Up to 923 again now.
Hey, y'all.
At least we've got some money. So I can get the new chocolates then, and a couple of items that I don't already have, I can actually get on the shelves now. I'm not sure I'm going to get full stock. We may have to open for a little bit and get some customers in to get some full stock, unless any big orders come through again. I think the store looks quite good, actually. It's quite smart now. Okay, so we've got 3 cakes on. We haven't got any cookies. That's what I was going to do. Let me just check the orders once again, just in case. Not bad. Generally jellies. Sometimes, so off camera, I got one for, I think it was 775 or something. It's getting on that way. For 1 jelly, 1 topping, and like 2 pieces of fruit on it. I'm kind of holding out for one of those. So we'll crack on with our other stuff. If I can hold out for one of those, I can make that in like literally a minute flat and get it delivered. It uses hardly any ingredients either. So we'll hold out for one of those because I don't need to do lots of them. Right, cookie dough. So I need to make 6 lots of these. So we need 6 lots of milk. I need 6 lots of flour. 6 lots of sugar. 6 lots of dark chocolate. We'll toss a few of these things back this way. Create some room. Let's get the butter. And the baking powder, which is here. I've got loads of baking powder for some reason. I keep buying, when I go there, I just tend to buy baking powder because it's just like, oh, I probably need baking powder. I think this is the only recipe it's used in. Hopefully at some point they'll add a few extra things to cook. It does seem like there are a few updates and a bit of a roadmap for this thing. So maybe they'll add a few more things to cook as time goes by. Right, then we'll come over here, get them cut out. Sure, we'll have one that shape. We'll have one that shape. We'll have... What else have we got here? We'll have the gingerbread man, even though I probably won't turn him into a gingerbread man as such. We'll have him anyway. Yeah, we'll have the ghost. Why not? 2 more. Have another one of those. They're easier to decorate. We'll have that as well. Right, so we've got all of those. Let's get them baked. It's a lot better. Now they lowered that to 5 seconds. That makes cooking very quick. That's a lot better than it used to be. Right, now I've never... Since they have altered the pricing, I haven't actually done cookies. So I don't know how much money we're going to get for these. We might get loads. We might get hardly any. I have absolutely no idea what to expect here. It always used to be less than the cakes. Anyway, even in the old days. But I don't know what we're going to get for it. Or what to decorate them with. I just make an icing specifically for these. What icing haven't we made yet? We've not made pineapple icing. Milk chocolate cake topping I've not made either. We've made the other ones, but I've not made the milk chocolate ones. We could do some milk chocolate. White currant. Bit strange for a cookie, isn't it? In fact, a lot of these icings are a bit strange for a cookie, really. Let's go to milk chocolate. We won't get much money for that. Don't really need to pin it, mind. There's only 2 ingredients. Yeah, we won't get much money for this because it's only 2 ingredients. So I might just do this with... just the 1 cookie. Maybe 2. I don't think these would be worth that much money. Worth even less money if I click that. All right, let's put these... Do I have it a bit rougher? Honestly, though, I don't know what that actually means. Although I'm not able to go... Interesting. So when it was on super rough... Oh, when it's on rough, I can't actually spread it. Interesting. But it never looks any different, is what I was trying to say. It never looks any different texture-wise, particularly, I don't think. Or maybe a little bit. This would actually, this looks a bit like a chocolate biscuit. It's got that rough line across. I quite like that, actually. We've made a chocolate biscuit. Most people like chocolate biscuits. Surely this is going to sell. All right, this is like our baseline one then, because this is like a cheap ingredient. And not really too much effort going in there. So let's see what this is worth. That's on here. All right, this is now worth $15.27 per one. I tell you what, they look really good. I'm quite happy with one of those. All right, $15.27 then to beat. I don't know if that's going to be a set price. It might matter not what we do here. Let's try a pineapple icing. So that will be worth more money than the chocolate because we've used more ingredients and that's how they work. So in theory, this will be worth more money. If it's not, that means that probably the cookies have a set price. Sugar and milk. I think I'm going to colour in my gingerbread man with this. He's going to be Pineapple Man. Let's put him down. Where is he? There he is. Right. He's going to be Pineapple Man. Alright, so Pineapple Man is complete. I mean, well, I suppose really we could, with the chocolate, give him some eyes, couldn't we? Hang on. I need a small size. We could give him a face. Oh, giving him a frown again. What is it with me? I'm trying to give him like a smile and then the mouse just takes it that way. We'll give him a few buttons as well. There we go. And a trouser line. Some shoes. There we go. That's terrible, but it'll do. He's done. Right. Close. Unfortunately, his face is terrible. It also, maybe he's been to the dentist and they froze half of his mouth. Maybe that's it. Right, so how much is he worth? Is he worth more? He is worth more. He's worth quite a bit more, actually. In cookie terms, he's worth quite a bit more. It's a shame you get 10 of them, right? But there's not 10 on the plate. I mean, they're small enough you could probably get 10 on the plate. And then one by one, they could just disappear. Right, what else have we got then? Cookies. We've got a ghost. We could go with the same sort of thing, actually. We'll do a pineapple ghost as well. Go up that size. But he's already got, look, he's already got slits cut out for his eyes. Oh no, we've run out. Ah, wow, how annoying is that? Yeah, he's already got slits cut out for his eyes. Oh dear, that is not, I'm on the wrong size. We'll roll with it, we'll roll with it. It's kind of weirdly placing that on as well. Like around that slit. I'm constantly pressing the mouse there. Weird. Let's colour him in with chocolate. There we go. I've no idea what that is. That is a terrible cookie. All right, let's see what he's worth then. So he should be worth similar to the gingerbread man. He is. Okay. We're kind of just testing theories as well here. So I've got 3 more of those to do. Got 3 more of those to do and the cakes. We're already getting towards 45 minutes. So what I'm thinking is actually this might not be the final episode because I want to open for like half an hour or so just to see how much a full store actually earns. And I could do with making a bit more money. I've also got some lights to change that I forgot. And some orders to do. So actually, I think we will end up making another episode after this. So I think I'll finish the cookies, and then in the next episode, we'll do the 3 cakes, we'll do the 2 torts, because I've got 2 of those planned. And then get the stuff in the store. So I think this will not be the finale, otherwise it's going to be close to 2 hours long, I think. Because I've still got quite a bit to do. Let's just get these finished, and then we'll break this into 2 parts. It's like a 2-part finale. Right, what should we do with this one then? Another icing. Red currant. Never made it before. Let's try. Red currant icing. So 2 red currants, 1 sugar, and 1 milk. Then mix them. So since we've got a direct comparison for this as well, I'm going to cover this like I did the chocolate one. So we'll have an idea with no extra ingredients. I'm not going to draw a face or anything on it like that. With no extra ingredients going on, just the difference in icing will be the difference in price. Looks nice. I think this rougher version, I think, works really well on cookies. Looks a bit more appetizing. On the cakes, I've not really noticed much difference between the icing styles, but I like that. Right, let's see what this is worth then. So the chocolate is worth 15.27, 17.26. There's not a lot in it. It uses, well, has it used another 2 more ingredients or so, doesn't it? So it's a bit pricey to make. Do you make that money back? You probably do, to be honest, but the chocolate's easier to bash out. It's not that much different. All right, let's decorate these 2 then. So we have, I don't like it when sometimes if you're not on it and then it doesn't like it, you have to step back and then come back in. We might as well finish this red icing. Got 30% left. Don't know if that'll be enough, to be honest. Might have to smooth it out a bit. I think you use a bit less if it's smooth. Certainly decorates a bit faster. I don't think I'm going to have enough. I'm going to leave it there. I don't think we're going to have enough. But I do have some white chocolate icing. Which should have just enough to do that centerpiece. Lovely. There we go. But it'd be nice if it was a bit more circular, wouldn't it? But it looks okay. That's okay. I'm happy with that. Bit more missing over there. Put that on there. Should be nice. And then we've got 1 more of those as well. Could do the same thing. But I'm a bit low on icing. But we have got some other icings. So we'll go around the edge with the white chocolate on this one. Made a bit of a mistake there. Oh, no. Oh, just about. I don't think I've got enough to fill that in. Maybe I do? I don't think so. No, I don't. Not quite. Not quite. What else have I got? I've got Berry Fusion just kicking around as well. Not bad. Maybe if we just have Berry Fusion instead of the... I don't know if that stays underneath. I presume it does. I guess we'll find out. This could be quite expensive because you could layer up your icing that way. Alright, so we'll have this one down here for 25. Well, that's not bad. I expected more. Honestly, I thought that was going to be like a 25. I thought that was going to be at least on a level with these. What's this one then? 26.23, because that's got a secondary icing underneath. That's upped it to 26.23. Nice. Okay, that's the cookies done. So I think we'll leave this video here. So it's basically just been a video of decorating and things, hasn't it? The final thing we'll do is the lights, and then we'll leave it here. And the next one will definitely be the final episode. So I'll do 3 final cakes. Well, 5 final cakes, but we'll do 3 on there. I'll pre-bake the sponges, so it'll just be a case of decorating those. We'll do our torts, get 2 of those on, buy a load of ingredients. So I might do a couple of online orders between the videos as well, so I've got enough cash to make sure I get everything on the shelves. And then we'll have a final day just to see how much you can earn when you've got everything in the store and everything's full. How much can you realistically earn sort of over a half an hour period? So that will be the final episode. Let's just get rid of these lights. Not pick up the character as blocking the spot. How is the character blocking the spot? Come on, game. I should know better by now, but how on earth is the character blocking the spot there? Right, let's sell that and sell that. And the lights are here. I think there's this lamp here. No, that's a lamp. Ooh, I like that. I like the lamp. You can have it as a different color as well. I do like these lamps. It doesn't get dark in the game, sadly. Otherwise, you could put a few of the. I could put one maybe there. Put a few lamps around. But there's not really much point because it doesn't get dark. So we'll put one of these over there, and we'll put one about. We'll put this one in line with these. Put about there somewhere. That'll do. Yeah, I would be tempted by these if it got dark, because then you'd really get like a nice effect, wouldn't you? How much is that? It's 500. It's expensive. I'd have to do a few online orders if I was to get that. I guess it would look quite nice. Kind of a waste of 500, but it does look nice. I'm having it. Having it. Maybe on an angle. Maybe I need to move that on an angle slightly. Can you not? Oh, you can't go. Oh, come on, game. There's a 90-degree shift every time. Better in front of the bench, I think, anyway. Not bad. We've got a light anyway. Right, I think that will do us then. So as I say, well, the next episode will definitely be the final one. We'll have time to get everything done there. It might be another longer one, but it will be the final one. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like. Consider joining and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.